What's up, everybody? I am back again today. We are going to be moving away from flood stories a little bit, okay? We've got another project that I'm really excited about that we're going to be working on today. We're going to be doing kind of a Twitter project, okay? On Google Classroom, you're going to find a module for floods. Under the module for flood stories, you're going to find a new assignment. It's going to be labeled Twitter project, okay? Each of you will have your own individual copy that you will be able to alter, edit, work on, whatever. You're used to this by now. In that, the directions are listed on what you're going to be doing. Part of what you're going to be doing is you will have a template for your Twitter posts. You're going to basically invent a flood story, only you get to choose whatever catastrophe you would like. We're going to start with a catastrophe just like a flood story, and really I want us to keep in mind, how would we as Americans, especially young Americans, talk about a catastrophe today, right? Well, we don't really write epic poetry. We don't really write like you would find in the Bible today. We don't really write like you would in most religious or holy texts today. What we would write is probably, let's be real honest, a Twitter post or a Facebook post. So today we're going to be using Twitter. You have 150 characters. That's not words, it's characters. That includes the letters that you use in a word, the spacing, the punctuation, and the hashtags, okay? And you're going to have 150 characters to create and tell a story about a natural disaster event. The examples we give you are pandemic, wildfire, and I think a tornado. You are free to stray from that path if you should choose to do so. All right? The next thing I need you to do is add 3 hashtags to each of your posts. You'll see in the example that's provided for you, some of the hashtags are kind of funny, like God be big mad and stuff, because I use the Hebrew story as an example. However, you can also use the hashtags to move the story forward, all right? So if you're inventing part of the story, you can, move that story forward through the hashtags by making that part of the plot, okay? I will be reading all of these, so just be aware of that. The next thing that you're going to be doing is, once that is all done, we are going to move on and be talking about American heroes, all right? I want you to think about, what are some American heroes? I think I give you like Jackie Robinson, George Washington, and a few others as an example. You can choose any American hero you want, all right? Just choose a hero, and then in 6 tweets, tell me why they're heroes. Tell me why you would like fanboy over them or fangirl over this hero. Why would you, think that they're amazing? What makes them American heroes? Describe that to me in 6 tweets. Each tweet gets 3 hashtags, just like the catastrophic event story, okay? That is how we are going to move forward as we transition into talking about Beowulf, all right? As we know with flood stories often talk about the world around the society or culture that they are in, right? So almost all cultures have experienced a flood or a natural event that is catastrophic. And so for people to understand and rationalize these ideas, and they use literature or storytelling to talk about them. Sometimes in the hyperbolic sense, like a huge flood that takes over the whole earth. Sometimes in a more localized sense, right? Well, we do the same thing in epics and epic stories and with epic heroes, like we'll find with Beowulf. And there's a lot of talk about hero culture and times where in a culture it succeeds and goes beyond themselves. We're going to be investigating these things as we go through that story. We won't read all of it, but we'll read a decent chunk of Beowulf, and it's going to be difficult language for us. But that's why I want us to write about a hero in a language that we're used to today in a modern context. That's why I want us to write about a catastrophe today in a modern American context. How can we translate these ideas that we've been working on and make them ours? How can we use these and understand them at a level that we're used to? That's why we're going to be moving to this Twitter project. You'll have the whole period today to do it. If you've still got stuff to make up from yesterday, hopefully that's done already and you did that as homework and you're submitting that at the start of class. If you're not, that's still homework. I want you to be focusing on the Twitter project today. All the directions, again, are laid there if you have any questions. You can also email me if you have any questions. I would like us to think about our PRS work. We're going to be moving on to that. We might be a little bit behind on that. As homework, I would like you to individually do the next set of PRS words. I want you to have 6 PRS words done. All right? So each slide has 2 PRS words. I want you to do 2, 4, 6, 3 slides. Hopefully we can do that basic math. I hope. So we're going to be doing that. I want us to do the PRS work as homework. I want us to be working on this Twitter project all hour. We're going to be doing great things, okay? Then tomorrow we are going to transition into Beowulf. And next week, we're going to be doing some fun work about heroes. We're going to be talking about travel and how the world was a lot smaller in the time of the Danes. And some fun facts about Beowulf. It's the oldest text in the English language, and it's not even written in English originally, which is like kind of a weird thing to comprehend. But we'll talk way more about that as the week comes on, all right? So I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. I can produce clear and coherent writing, and I can present information in a multimodal fashion.